Hey everybody, welcome back in. We're going to do some bonus footage for today, just because I am in the mood and a little bored at the moment. So we're going to go ahead and open up some more packs and see what we can find. Pretty much have the same packs that I normally have here. Running out of a couple of them here, so thinning out the herd a little bit. But as of right now, we're going to continue opening up. As always, got them marked from the lowest potential to the highest potential. Sometimes they still give us the better card. Sometimes we get some really good cards. Did pull a couple nice rookie cards earlier today, getting a Chipper Jones Bowman rookie from 1991 and an 89 Ken Griffey Jr. Do have the 89 Fleer error pack, so it did pull a Bill Ripken error yesterday. So we've had a couple nice openings videos here the last couple days. Well, let's get started and see what we can find tonight. All right, so we're going to go ahead and go with 91 Donruss. Not a lot of value in these, but just really looking for some good stars, a few rookies that might have a little bit of value, but nothing's going to be too great in this pack here. But we have Ozzie Guillen, Francisco Oliveira, Sterile Strawberry after signing with the Dodgers, breaking my heart, Sean Hillegas, Dennis Cook, Eric Hansen, Travis Fryman. I believe that is his rookie card. Jesse Barfield, Jose Vizcaino, Marvin Freeman, Ernest Riles, Luis Gonzalez, Brian Harper, David Wells, Jim Gantner. So nothing too great. That Fryman rookie is not a bad card, though. All right, so we're going to go ahead and move on to 1990 Donruss. See what we can pull out of this one. All right, we're going to start off with Von Hayes, MVP, Glenn Allen Hill, Gary Ward, Franklin Stubbs, Mike Felder, Mike Sharperson, Mel Hall, Gerald Clark, Willie Frazier, Eric Davis Team MVP, Brian Holton, Ed Whitson Diamond Kings, Paul Sorrento, Manny Lee, Jerry Reed, and Kurt Wilkerson. So nothing too exciting out of that pack. Moving right along, we're going to go to 88 Tops, looking for Glavin rookies, Matt Williams, maybe a few other rookies I can't think of right off the top of my head, but not a lot in this set. We're going to start off with Todd Worrell, Joel Skinner, Floyd Rayford, Dale Sven. There's Ryan Sandberg, Tim Tuffle, Jamie Quirk, the Topps propaganda piece, Mike Witt, Jerry Royster, Stan Musial Turn Back the Clock, Deion James, Angels team leader, Ernest Riles, George Bell, and Mark Williamson. So a few pretty big names there. Nothing too valuable, but Ryan Sandberg's a nice card. All right, so we're going to go with 91 Studio. Bagwell is the biggest rookie in this set here. And we'll see what we can pull out of here. I have Greg Gagne, Brian Holman, Tom Browning, Darren Dalton, Roberto Alomar, Gary Carter the Kid, Pedro Martinez, Andre Dawson, and Jack Clark, and Jeff Conine. So that definitely, the Gary Carter makes that pack for me. One of my all-time favorite players. And then moving right along into 92 Studio, we're going to start off with Ron Gant, Chad Curtis, Mark Grace, Robin Ventura, Mike Spanky LaValliere, there's Dave Justice, Chuck Finley, Doug DeCenzo, Ramon Martinez, Wally Joyner, Ken Hill, and Franklin Stubbs. Pretty nice names in that one as well. And continuing on along into 1990 Fleer. Larry Walker is one of the best rookies in here. Dave Justice, a few others. Nothing too spectacular in this set. But we are going to start off with a mixture. A couple American League, Orioles, Red Sox, and National Leagues, and the Reds and Astros stickers. And we have Terry Kennedy, Danny Heap, Rick Sutcliffe, Paul Molitor, Kirk McCaskill, Tim Launder, Kevin Blankenship, Mike Henneman, Eric Schau. There's a Greg Smith and Stu Tate. Nobody had a big career there. Mickey Hatcher, Rick Leach, Tim Burke, Brett Saberhagen, Carmelo Martinez. So nothing too great when Saberhagen's your best card there in the 1990 set, but moving on along quickly here, we're going to go to 91 score. There's just a couple more packs here. Still looking for my first Musina draft pick out of this box. We start off with Nolan Ryan, so that automatically starts it off pretty good. Wally Backman, Dave Righetti, Scott Fletcher, Chuck McElroy, there's a Carl Everett, and Ozzie Guillen, and Master Blaster Kevin Mitchell. Kurt Stillwell, there's Randy Johnson with a really weird look on his face. Dan Plesac, Mickey Tettleton, Sean Dunston, Alejandro Pena, Luis Salazar, and Dennis Boyd. So pretty good cards in that pack, but none of the big rookies. And in our final pack in stack number 1, we have 1988 score, looking for Glavine rookie, Matt Williams, the sentimental Greg Jeffries rookie for me. And we're going to start off here with Keith Moreland. There's Brett Saberhagen again. This time Brett Saberhagen's got the weird look on his face. It looks like almost like a pirate going, "Arg!" Jeff Reardon, Marvell Wynn, John Grubb, Dan Pasqua, Ed Romero, John Mitchell, Jimmy Jones, Cecil Fielder, Don Carmen, Reggie Jackson, highlights with the A's, Mark Gubiza, Manny Trio, there's Randy Milligan, rookie, Sean Abner, and Rob Ducey. So nothing too great in that pack either. So first stack, nothing too amazing there. So we're going to go ahead and move into stack number 2. A little bit better potential. We have 1989 score, potential to get a Randy Johnson rookie, Craig Biggio, Sheffield, a few other rookies that are in this set. And we're going to go with Andy Allenson, Chili Davis, Mike Greenwell, Jody Davis, Alfredo Griffin, Dwayne Boyce, Pascual Perez, Roger McDowell, Larry Herndon, Mark Grant, John Costello, Jim DeShays, Darryl Boston, there's Greg Jeffries, second year, Danny Jackson, and Jeff Hamilton. So that Jeffries still would have been a nice card to get back in '89, but not much now. And we're going to go with the 2007 Topps highlights here. See if we can find a nice insert or something nice in this pack. And start off with John Colt Langus, never heard of him. John Knott, Nafi Perez, and we have a Mickey Mantle insert card. So I have no idea how much this is worth, but Mickey Mantle is amazing, as easily don't need to tell anybody. So I am super thrilled to get this, even if it's only worth $1. We'll look that up here in just a few moments. We have Jason Bergman, Matt Holliday, and then a insert propaganda card. So move on here. Alright, so I did go ahead and pause the video because I couldn't tolerate waiting to look up that Mickey Mantle card. It is only worth a few cents to a couple dollars here or so, but still, a Mickey Mantle insert card is always really cool for me to pull since he's my all-time favorite player. As he is with many people. But going on, we are going to continue on to 1993 Upper Deck, Series 1. Have pulled a Piazza rookie. Would love to pull another one out of here. See what else we can find in here. We have Steve Farr, Pedro Munoz, Steve Sachs. Here's a Willie Mays insert card for the Heroes. John Kiley, Brett Butler, Joe Gray, Jamie Navarro, Ken Hill, Robbie Thompson, Mike Spanky LaValliere, Dave Fleming, Rene Arocha, who had a lot of hype when he first came up, Rick Sutcliffe, and then we have a Cecil Fielder and Mickey Tettleton. So nothing too great there. That Willie Mays is a nice insert card, just not a lot of value. And then we're going to go to 88 Donruss, looking for Glavine and Alomar rookies specifically. I have yet to pull an Alomar rookie or ever own an Alomar rookie for Donruss, so really hoping I'll pull one soon here. Steve Balboni, Matt Young, Ron Kittle, John Marzano, Mike Henneman, Mark Williamson, Bill Schroeder, Tommy John Diamond Kings, the dreaded checklist, Kurt Ford, Brian Dayett, Brian Fisher, Damaso Garcia, Nick Asaski, Greg Gross, and Mike Griffin. So nothing notable out of that pack. Moving on, we are going to 1990 Upper Deck, looking for the Reggie autographs or any of the rookies here. A lot of nice rookies, just not a lot of value in them. As I mentioned before, 1990 was a year where there were a lot of good rookies, but there was also, most of the rookies were tied to steroids, so their value plummeted, as well as the fact that the set was just so over mass produced. We start off with Howard Johnson, and speaking of the steroid era, there's a Jose Canseco. And we have Bobby Bonilla, Danny Jackson, Terry Francona, Walt Terrell, Greg Matthews, Padres hologram, Glenn Braggs, Matt Noakes, Terry Mulholland, Norm Charlton, Brian Bohannon, Dan Plesac, Sean Dunston, and Manny Lee. So nothing notable there either. And we're going to head on over to 1988 Fleer, looking for Edgar Martinez rookie, Tom Glavine, Matt Williams, among a few others. For me, sentimental value, there is a Greg Jeffries rookie in this one as well. We start off with the Royals and Giants stickers. Jeff Reed, Don Robinson, there's a Greg Maddux, Greg Walker, Matt Young, we have Mike Greenwell, Ellis Burks, and Todd Benzinger, Ken Griffey Sr., Fred Lynn, Larry Anderson, Mark Langston, the dreaded checklist, Jim Morrison, Jack Lazorko, the Ageless Wonder, Charlie Huff, and Kelly Downs. So nothing great in that pack either. All right, so as we go to finish off our second stack here, we're going with 1990 Bowman, looking for Frank Thomas rookie, a few other nice rookies in this set as well. Dan Schatzeder takes the gum stain. And we have a Kevin Mitchell artwork card, followed by Ron Hassey, John Smoltz second year, Ken Daly, Barry Lyons, Dave Parker, Lloyd Mosby, Dan Schatzeder, Jeff Shaw, there's Bo Jackson, always makes us a good pack when I pull a bow, BJ Surhoff, Dave Cohn, one of my other favorite players, so two of my favorites in one pack, makes us a good pack, Tom Browning, Kevin Brown, and Carney Lansford, so can't complain about that one. All right, as we move on to our third stack, we're going to start off with 94 Collector's Choice pack of Series 1 and Series 2. Series 1 did not have any really notable players that I can recall, but we're always looking for a silver or gold signature card. But we start off with the rookies with Gabe White and Midgery Cummings. And then we go to Rob Deere, Mike Henneman, Dave Hollins, Tony Phillips, Curtis Pride, who was a deaf baseball player, so that was makes him a really interesting story. Ben McDonald, pretending he's a catcher. Craig Paquette. There's Ken Griffey Jr. Was really hoping that hat would have a signature on it. And then we have Kevin Tapani and Mo Vaughn with a silver signature. A couple pretty good cards in that one. All right, moving on to Series 2, looking for Alex Rodriguez, rookie, Derek Jeter, second year card, hoping to find a signature of one or just either of the cards here. But we have a Jeff Bagwell team checklist, followed by Delino DeShields. And then we have Orestes Destrade, two of his cards in the pack. And Randy Myers, who I don't like seeing in a Cubs uniform because I can't stand the Cubs, and he was one of my favorite players until he got traded by the Mets. There's Geronimo Pena, Dave Stewart, Dan Wilson, Pat Mahomes Sr., there's Ray Holbert, and Tim Belcher is a signature, which is a silver signature. Nothing too great in that pack. All right, and as we move on to 1990 score, looking for Bo Jackson football, baseball, we start off in the back with Ken Griffey Jr., so automatically this is a good pack. I don't think that the Frank Thomas rookie or Bo Jackson football card are in the same coalition, but we automatically have a Griffey. So we have Alvaro Espinosa, Andres Thomas, Joe Baver, Claudell Washington, Paul O'Neill, Will Clark, Mark Langston, Dan Quisenberry, Jay Tibbs, Tom Gordon, Jack Morris, Kirk McCaskill, Carmelo Martinez, Dave LaPointe, Kevin Mitchell, and then the Ken Griffey Jr. second year card. And then moving on, we have a 1989 Bowman pack looking for Ken Griffey Jr., Sheffield, Biggio, Randy Johnson, any of the big cards here. And we have Don Robinson, Fred Manrique, Jeff Sellers, Steve Sachs, Pete O'Brien, Mike Maddux, Willie Mays reprint card, followed by John Farrell, Tom Candiotti, Darrell Boston, Dave Steeb, looking like he's guilty up to something, Terry Pendleton, and Wally Joyner. So nothing too great there. And we're going to go to 1990 Topps, looking for Frank Thomas, the highly unlikely no name on front potential, but let's see what we can find in this pack. All right, we are going to start off with Rick Honeycutt, Todd Stottlemyre, Tom McCarthy, Kelly Gruber, Jeff Robinson, Julio Machado, who is now in jail for murder, Mike Krukow, John Hart, Propaganda Piece, Chris Sabo, there's a Randy Johnson second year card, Mark Gubiza, Tony Armas, Alvin Davis, Paul Molitor, Lance Parrish, and Todd Burns. So, a couple big names, nothing too valuable. And then going to one of my favorite sets, if not my favorite set, 91 Upper Deck. Looking for the Michael Jordan SP1, Chipper Jones, Mike Mussina rookies, along with the potential of a Nolan Ryan autograph. And we start off with Jim Neidlinger, Rob Murphy, Otis Nixon, Ken Griffey Sr. with Jr. on the side, Kevin Seitzer, Sean Bosky, Charlie O'Brien, Dave Justice second year card, Brian Downing, Rob Deere, Tim the Rock Raines, Franklin Stubbs, St. Louis Cardinals hologram. I believe that is Kelly Gruber. Yes, Kelly Gruber. Roberto Alomar and Mike Keith. So nothing too great out of that pack. And then in our final pack in this third stack, we have 86 Donruss, who I still am crossing my fingers that we might find a Canseco or McGriff, but as I say in all these videos, I highly feel that this box was searched, so I do not expect it, but I will be thrilled if I find one of those two cards here. We're going to start off with Roger McDowell, U.L. Washington, Lee Lacy, Bill Doran, Dale Murphy, Dick Schofield, Darryl Strawberry, Rafael Santana, Rob Piccolo, Bill Swaggerty, Mickey Hatcher, Lou Whitaker, Keith Moreland, Carlton Fisk, and Mike Woodard, rookie. So, once again, nothing too spectacular, but that Strawberry, I would have been thrilled to open that one up in 86. All right, so we move to our final stack here, looking for something of value. We're going to start off with 89 Donruss. I only have a couple more in this box, and this is my second box without a Griffey. This box I haven't pulled out a whole lot other than a couple of Biggio and maybe a Randy Johnson rookie. So don't think I've gotten a Sheffield either. So hopefully we'll get something good out of these final packs. We start off with Gerald Young, Doug Jones, and Al Leiter. Carmelo Martinez, Bo Diaz, Willie Wilson, Van Snyder, who I feel like I always get. Cal Daniels, MVP, The Dreaded Checklist, Rex Hudler, John Smiley, Pat Borders, Joe McGrain, Rick Dempsey, and Julio Franco. So once again, the big names elude me out of that set. All right, so we get more to some of the ones that I have a little bit more high hopes for. We're going to 1990 Leaf Series 1, looking for Sosa, Griffey, Olerud, and a few others. And we're going with Oddibe McDowell, Kelly Gruber, Rafael Palmeiro, Matt Williams, Omar Vizquel, Dave Stewart, Roberto Alomar, Don Mattingly, Jose Oquendo, Kirby Puckett, Andy Van Slyke, Greg Vaughn. Would have loved to open that one up in 1990. Dickie Thon, Danny Tartabull, and Frank Viola. So a couple pretty big names there. Can't complain too much about that one, even not getting the top cards. All right, so now we're going to 1991 Bowman. I did pull a Chipper Jones earlier today. Still looking for Jim Thome rookie, Mike Mussina, Ivan Rodriguez. Have pulled a Javi Lopez. Bagwell's in this. I have not gotten the Bagwell yet either. So looking for some of the bigger names in here. We have Nico Riesgo, who is a Met, and as a Met fan, I've never heard of him, and I was big time looking at prospects during that time, so I have no idea who this guy is. We have Jeff Reardon, Scott Bales, Oral Hershiser, Jeff Ballard, Efrain Valdez. We have John Olerud, Chris Sabo, Jeff Johnson, Ted Power, Tim Salmon, rookie card, Chris Jones, Mickey Morandini, and John Smiley. So there was some water damage on some of those cards, so I'm glad if I didn't get a big name and have it with the water damage. All right, so now we're to our final 4 packs with nothing really significant pulled so far. But next we're going with an 87 Donruss. I have already pulled a Maddux, Bo Jackson, and a Bonds. Have not gotten a Larkin or McGuire. And those 3 big cards were in the same pack, so I'm hopeful that there's going to be some more somewhere in here. All right, but we're going to start off with Wayne Tollison, Chili Davis, Chris Spire, Pete O'Brien, Robin Yount, Nolan Ryan, so that's a nice card. The Roberto Clemente puzzle image, Dave Henderson, Gary Ward, Rick Dempsey, Ty Gainey, Phil Lombardi, Jose Gonzalez, Jody Davis, and John Moses. So nothing too great there outside of the Nolan Ryan. All right, so going to 1987 Fleer. I have pulled a Larkin and a Nolan Ryan, but none of the big rookies yet, so on the few packs that I've opened up. So let's see what we can pull out of here. And we're going to start with a Giant sticker. Then we're going with Ron Davis, Scott McGregor, Steve Carlton, Will Clark. So that's definitely a nice card. Frank Viola, Harry Spillman, and there's a Bonds rookie. So that's definitely going to be going into a top loader right away here. One of the best cards in this set. And then we're going with Terry Forster, Steve Trout, John Moses, Steve Ontiveros, Jose Guzman, Mike Lacoste, Glenn Davis, Kurt Young, Alan Anderson, and Alejandro Pena. So that brings the end of this video to something nice here. All right, so now we have our 289 Fleer. I have 2 different boxes going, one from each box. So hoping to find either Griffey or another Bill Ripken error, or some of the other nicer cards in here. All right, so we've got a mixed American League sticker set of the Indians, Tigers, Royals, and Brewers. Have Andre Scalaraga, Danny Tartable, John Tudor, Neil Allen, Dave Meads, Mike Witt, Rance Mulliniks, Felix Jose, a John Smoltz rookie. I pulled a John Smoltz rookie shortly before getting a Griffey, so if the same collation, I very well might get a Griffey again coming up here. And we have Nelson Liriano, Spanky LaValliere, Frank Viola, and the coalition is a little bit different in this one here, but we have Rick Mailer, Brian Fisher, and Mike Campbell. I still think Smoltz rookie is a nice pull. And in our final pack, we have one more 89 Fleer. And we have a White Sox sticker in this one. Bob McClure, Scott Bales, Chris Sabo, The Dreaded Checklist, Charlie Hayes, Steve Curry, Sean Dunston, Paul Molitor, Tony Armas, Al Newman, Jody Davis, Frank Tanana, Benito Santiago, Terry Taylor, and Vance Lovelace, who I've never heard of other than this card, and Alfredo Griffin. So nothing too extravagant outside of the bonds, but that's definitely a nice pull. The Smoltz rookie also is something that's a notable pull, and then even though, like I said, even though it's not a high value card, I will always get excited over a Mickey Mantle insert. So 3 pretty decent cards here. One really good card, even though I can't stand Barry Bonds. Never going to turn down a valuable card like that. So there we have it. Those are tonight's pulls. Appreciate everybody stopping in and participating and watching this video. Please like and subscribe. Let me know what your favorite pull was. Let me know what your favorite card set that I opened. Any card sets that I haven't opened that you would like me to look at getting. If they're relatively inexpensive, I will try to do it. Some of the sets I am saving up trying to get some of the older ones here, but I do always worry about spending too much money on a box that is searched, like my '86 Donruss. So I try to avoid the super valuable packs here, but definitely would love to find some of the favorites so I can make sure that I'm giving you what you want, as well as having the fun of opening up the packs myself. So appreciate you stopping in. Again, please like and subscribe, and hope to see you all back here soon. Have a great evening.